When my old man died, I didn't cry. Not a single tear, not even a smile. Just numb, you know what I mean? We hadn't talked in 5 years. Divorce split us up like a busted plank, splinters everywhere. And somehow I landed with Mom while Dad just sat there, stubborn as hell, rotting away in that old house he always said he'd never leave. And he didn't. Not until he passed. Left me that house. No note, no call, just a deed with my name and a silence so thick it echoed in my chest like a church bell nobody wanted to ring. My wife, Emma, said we should move in, try for a fresh start. She always saw things in a better light than me. Me? I was straight out of the army. 8 years, 2 tours, done with barracks, sick of the shouting, just wanting peace and maybe a little space to turn a wrench. The house, man, it was a wreck. Floorboards squeaked louder than my knees. Kitchen pipes leaked like a busted canteen. Roof looked about ready to cave, but I saw potential. A garage, some land, a life I could fix. Next door, maybe 20 feet away, no fence, just open earth and 2 houses trying not to look at each other. My neighbor? Guy was a walking warning label. Mid-50s, stocky, never took off that oil-stained hoodie, trailed by a mutt big enough to eat a mailbox. He never said a word. I didn't push it. Sometimes the best neighbors are the ones you barely know. 10 months roll by. Emma's magic turns the place into something warm, with curtains and home-cooked meals. I turned the barn into my own little kingdom, greasy hands, radio blaring, finally breathing. Life got simple in a way I didn't know I needed. One morning, sitting on the porch drinking coffee that tasted like burnt rubber, I stared at the yard and thought, damn, time for a fence. Just a little one. Keep the dog out. Mark our line, have something to point at and say, that's ours. Money was tight, so I built it myself. Measured twice, cut once. Army habits die hard. Used the old survey pins I found in the dirt, checked the plat map from the county, made damn sure I had it right. 2 days later, that fence stood proud. Nothing fancy, just a line in the sand. Didn't even get to enjoy it. Neighbor came stomping over before the stain was dry. No good morning. Just, you need to move that fence. I blinked, hands still sticky. Sorry, what? He scowled. It's on my lawn. Move it, or I will. Just like that. No discussion, no map, just raw certainty. I tried reasoning, offered to look at any paperwork he had. He just snorted, arms crossed, his dog growling like it wanted a piece of me. That's when I started to feel it. You know, that itch under your skin when you realize someone's about to make their problem your problem. That night, Emma and I dug out every document, every map, everything from the county. She was cool-headed, former paralegal, sharp as a blade. You sure about those pins? She asked. Tripped over one in the yard. She smiled. Then we're not moving a damn thing. And I wanted to believe her, but my gut kept buzzing like a loose wire. Something didn't add up. I pulled out the map again. This time I stared at every inch, looking for something I missed. That's when I saw it. The property line didn't just run alongside the neighbor's house. It wrapped around behind it, swallowing up half his lawn and his whole damn foundation. If the map was right, his house was planted right in the middle of my land. Showed Emma. We stared out the window together, silent. We need a pro, she said. So I hired Kevin Masters, local surveyor. Looked like he lived on beef jerky and coffee, but he knew his stuff. Couple days later, Kevin's pacing the yard, tripod and scanner, muttering. When he finally finished, he just handed me the clipboard, calm as can be. Your lot covers his house. No split, no easement. Whoever built it screwed up. Big time. I sat down like I'd been whacked with a socket wrench. What do you do when you find out your neighbor's whole life is parked on your dirt? Emma, ever the peacekeeper, said we should talk to him first. Give him a shot to explain. Maybe it was an honest mistake. So that evening, I walked over, folder in hand, heart pounding. He opened the door, eyes full of suspicion and something else, maybe guilt, maybe fear. I tried to be diplomatic. Showed him the survey, tried to keep my voice calm. Your house, according to all this, is sitting on my land. I just want to figure this out. He didn't even glance at the papers. Just got right in my face. Move your damn fence before things get ugly. His breath smelled like beer and old rage. This is your last warning. Then he slammed the door so hard the glass rattled. I walked home, folder in hand, feeling like I'd just tried to reason with a brick wall. Emma was waiting by the window, eyes worried. He threatened you? I nodded. She called our lawyer right then. We go to court. But things didn't calm down. I barely slept that night, brain running through every scenario, court dates, threats, the whole mess. And right about 2 in the morning, a metallic clang jolted me up. Dog barking, Emma pale and wide-eyed. I grabbed a flashlight, told her to stay inside, and headed out into the cold. Caught him red-handed. Neighbor standing by my fence with a crowbar, dog by his side. "What the hell are you doing?" I barked. He just stared, crowbar gleaming. "Fixing your mistake before it becomes mine. You're trespassing again." He stepped forward, voice cold. "Let me explain something to you, soldier boy. You bring the law down on me. Something real bad's gonna happen to you, and your little wife, too." And you know what? That's when the soldier in me snapped awake. "You're threatening me," I said, not warning. He moved closer, jabbing the air with his crowbar. "You'll regret it. I'll make her regret it." I lost it. Didn't think, just swung. My fist landed clean. He hit the dirt, dog lunged. I hurled a stone, sent it yelping off. I pinned him, rage boiling over. Every word I spat felt like years of built-up fury. "You come on my land, threaten my wife?" I don't remember how many times I hit him. I just remember Emma's voice cutting through. "Liam, stop. That's enough." Pulled me off, hands shaking. I barely heard her, still lost in that old place in my head, somewhere between combat and home. 10 minutes later, a thunderous knock. Police lights in the driveway. "Are you Liam Carter?" "Yeah. We need to take your statement. You're not under arrest, but we gotta check the facts." Emma showed them the survey, the maps, everything. They took me in, asked 1,000 questions, then let me go. "He's pressing charges," the cop told me. "We got home to find the worst. Every file, every deed, every scrap of paper that proved our claim was gone. Drawer empty. House ransacked, but careful, just the legal stuff missing. Muddy footprints from the laundry room window. He'd watched us leave with the cops, waited for the chance." My blood went cold. Emma tried to calm me. "We've got digital copies, Kevin's affidavit. We'll rebuild. We just need to stay calm." But I wasn't calm. I wanted answers. I wanted revenge. Against her warning, I crossed the yard and pounded on Peter's door. All I got was the click of a shotgun, the slam of the door, and his voice through the wood. "You deaf, Carter? Next time, you leave in a box." So I did what any desperate man would do. I called in the cavalry. Vince Reaper Morales, old Marine buddy. The kind of guy who makes you feel safe and nervous at the same time. He rolled up with Mikey and Torres, 2 more old friends with a talent for chaos. "You sure you want to do this?" Vince grinned. "Hell yeah," I said. "He shot at me, stole my life, built his house on my land. Time to take it back." We scouted his place with a drone, saw the window cracked open. Old habits kicked in. We went in quiet. I slipped through the kitchen window, Torres right behind. We split up, searching for the papers. Peter upstairs, shotgun in hand, dog on the loose. Torres handled the dog, blanket over the head, out the window. Me? I smashed a stack of plates to draw him down. Peter stormed down, shouting threats, shotgun raised. Vince tackled him from the shadows. Mikey dove for the gun. I pinned him to the ground, duct tape in hand. In seconds, he was hogtied and gagged on his own kitchen floor, eyes blazing. We found the stolen docs locked in a drawer upstairs. My deed, my father's will, everything. Called the cops. Showed them the evidence, the damage, the camera footage of Peter crawling through our window. They didn't hesitate. Arrested him on the spot. Read him his rights while he screamed about government conspiracies and deep state land grabs. Yeah, that happened. With the papers back, our lawyer filed suit. Trespassing, theft, threats, attempted assault, illegal construction. The trial was a blur. Peter's defense tried adverse possession, but the judge laughed. Can't squat on a house you build illegally. With records back to 1975, there was no loophole. 3 weeks later, I got everything. Full ownership, house condemned, Peter sentenced to 20 years, and an order to demolish his place within 2 months. The day the bulldozers came, Emma and I sat on the porch, iced tea in hand, watched that illegal house crumble. Our new puppy chased the dust clouds, tail wagging. Friends came by for a barbecue that night. Vince toasted to paperwork, duct tape, and justice with a sledgehammer. For the first time in a long time, I laughed deep. Hard. But you know something? As I stood where Peter's house once stood, alone under the stars, I felt a weird kind of peace, mixed with something else, something I can't quite shake. Like Yeah, I won, but at what cost? Maybe you get justice, but you never get your quiet back. So, you tell me, what would you have done? Was it right? Was it wrong? Or was it just survival? Drop your thoughts below. Share your own stories. Let's talk about what justice means when it comes to home and land. And if you ever find yourself staring down a neighbor across a broken fence, remember, sometimes the only line that matters is the one you're willing to defend.